Alright, great. So we've got that question 2 done. Now let's just play around a little bit with it and just see some what if scenarios just to make sure we can tackle different kind of questions. Here I'm just gonna make a small change to the statement 1. The earlier statement 1 I'm replacing with this statement. Statement 1, let's say if it is C minus B equal to B minus A, and let's say the statement 2 is the same, which is 5B minus A equal to 4 into B plus 1. Now we know statement 2 is not sufficient. We've already seen that from the previous one. So let me just focus on statement 1. Observe it. Tell me what can you conclude? What can you infer from this? C minus B equal to B minus A. Well, it is, if we just rearrange it as a schematic, diagrammatically, you would realize that what it's saying is that the difference between C and B is the same as the difference between B and A. That means again it is equidistant. Now let's suppose say the distance is x, right? The difference, let's say, is x. So if this difference is also x and this is also x, can we say that the middle one is B? C can we say is B plus x, and let's say that A is B minus x, right? So now we know that the deviation will be what? Minus x, 0 and plus x, right? Because the deviation here is plus x, here is minus x. Hence this statement will it be sufficient? It will not be sufficient, because what we don't know is what are these values, how far it is. Recall from the previous question that we knew that the deviations for the question is 4 comma 8 comma 12. So we knew that the deviations were minus 4 comma 0 and 4. Now we can compare these two only if we know the value of x. So statement 1 is not sufficient. Statement 2 we've already seen is not sufficient. Now combine the two statements. Here is interesting. If you combine, what do we get? The statement 2 gives us what? B minus A, right? B minus A equal to 4. And therefore, if I know that that is 4, does that give us the deviation? Yes, it does. It tells us that this x value is 4. Hence, this will be 4, this will be 0, this will be minus 4. Hence, together the statements will again be sufficient, because we'll be able to calculate the SD over here and we'll find that it is equal because the deviations are the same. Minus 4, 0 and 4, and we have again the 3 terms A, B and C. Great. So this is a slight what if scenario for this kind of a question. Master this question, master these concepts, and I'm sure you'll be able to tackle any other question type of which is based on this concept. All the best. And now we'll move on to the question number 3.